Okay, guys, I'm going to have to record this whole thing over. So basically, what I wanted to say is, I wanted to share when you have a special relationship with Jehovah God, His Son Jesus, you have assignments like myself. Obviously, not everybody has the same assignment, not everybody has the same calling or nothing like that. But I do know is that for me, I don't like to make it seem like the relationship that I have with Jehovah, like I'm not saying that they're saying that it's not real, but I notice that a lot of times people they'll be like, oh, God doesn't speak to people in such ways anymore. They'll be like, God, did certain things in the past in ancient times, but He doesn't do those same things in this time. They'll be like, God wouldn't speak and use His voice because, we have the Bible and stuff like that. Or they'll be like, those who are falling asleep in death will only be resurrected only in the paradise. Like they don't speak about, people being resurrected even in this generation, probably in a discreet way. So they make it seem like certain things is not possible, and it's so annoying because to me, it's like, how can you say that you are a believer and that you have faith in God and you trust in God, but at the same time you say that God doesn't do those things anymore when He does? The Bible never said that He stopped. It's just that He probably don't do certain things that He probably once did all the time, but He does still do certain things that He did in the past. He have definitely intervened in my life a lot. He and there's so many prayers that He have showed, like He shared like different revelations with me, different insight, and there's so many ways that God answered my prayers. And I know that I'm not crazy, and because to me it's like, how can you say you got faith if you don't even believe that God would do such things? Like, yes, we get it that certain things that God did in the past, but Jehovah God, the Bible states that He's the same Jehovah today. He doesn't change. So when people say stuff like that, I feel like you lacking faith, or you just don't believe enough, or like I said before, I'm not saying that God does miracles like all the time and He's gonna just do every miracle every second. But God is, and He will come through in certain ways. And sometimes He even surprises me sometimes with things that He do. When people try to make it seem like, oh, that's not possible, and oh, this person thinks this and whatever, or they'll be like, oh, that's a mental illness or something like that. And it's like, that's not a mental illness, because if God really is speaking to a person a certain way and revealing certain things to them, and if it really comes from Jehovah, you know what I'm trying to say. And then if you're going around saying that that's not from Jehovah, it's like that's like saying that God is a liar, and the Bible states that God cannot lie. Or people, when it come down to my purpose and some of my, assignments, sometimes things that I probably say, because I probably be prophesying, and I probably don't even realize what I'm actually, like, I may not realize it, because there's things in my life when I was like younger, I'll say certain things to certain people, and I don't even realize like really what I'm doing. I'm just really just doing it, and then later on I realize, oh my goodness, whole time I prophesied and this actually came about, like it actually really did happen. So like sometimes with like assignments that Jehovah God has given me, people they'll get upset because they don't want to change. Their heart is still not right. It's not like it's not in the right place, and so it's like they're not ready to hear what they need to hear. So it's like they're probably like looking like, who are you? And it's like essentially it's not even really me or whomever, somebody else, but it's essentially it's Jehovah, right? If they're open minded, they should know, okay, this is coming from a higher source. And so what they try to do is, a lot of times with people, they'll be like, well, it's Satan, it's Satan, the devil. And it's not just about the devil. Like, I ain't gonna lie, yes, the devil is behind a lot of different type of stuff, no doubt. But at the same time, the devil can only use a person if they're willing to allow him to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? The devil can't force it. Just like Eve, he could have just told her like, you must eat this, because if that's the case, then Jehovah would have went about it differently if He knew that Eve didn't have no choice. So she had to kind of be open, to receiving, what the devil was saying and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, people, they'll just be like, I'll just throw it on the devil and say the devil did it, and then go about my day, and then I don't have to worry about it. And the devil can only use people that has no value. He can only use people that already have a certain thought, something's already in that person's heart for them to do that, right? Or they'll just be like, oh, you're overthinking something, or they'll be like, oh, that's not true. And then they'll start to point the gun, so to speak, to the other person, when the whole time it's actually them. And then they'll make the other person look like they're just making it up, and that's manipulation, and that's gaslighting. And that's why people have to have a strong relationship with Jehovah, because if not, you're allowing the enemy to beat you. You're allowing the enemy to make you feel like, no, that's not true. It's all in your head. It's not in your head, but they're trying to manipulate you. That's what they're trying to do. And so that's why with me, anyway, I have to step away from certain type of people, because they don't want to hear what I have to say, because essentially they know that God can use me as a vessel for something, and they don't want to hear that. They want to continue to keep doing them. So it's like, now it's like, okay, this person has something to work on. They don't want to work on it. You know, it's always you. It's like a person that throws a rock, and then they only record the person who reacted from it, and then it makes the person that reacted from it look so bad, but essentially they don't show the person that threw the rock, so it make it seem like they're innocent and the other person is bad, but essentially the other person is actually the one that's wrong for what they did. But somehow, some way, they try to turn it around on somebody else. So that's what I'm saying. That's where God comes in and fight the battle, because they know, say, oh, aren't you God? Ain't you Jehovah? Ain't you one of God's children, though? I mean, Jesus wouldn't want us to do something like this, or how would Jesus respond? And it's like, yeah, but we're still imperfect people. And then at the same time, you know what you did wrong. You know, you're just trying to make it seem like it's me or it's him or it's her, but the whole time it's you. And it's like, don't y'all see who the problem is? Like, y'all can't figure this out. Like, I can see it with my clear eyes. She's the problem or he's the problem. But essentially, they'll throw it on somebody else, and then they'll try to use it like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be a child of God and stuff like that. Like, I am a child of God. You know, this person is a child of God. She is a child of God. But you're the one that's causing problems and then making it seem like you're not doing nothing. So anyway, just get on here and say that, because I know that, you know, it's been happening to me, and I know it's probably happening to other people. I want to just say, keep going, stay encouraged. You know, don't let somebody make you feel like you're crazy. And, you know, speak up whenever you can. Obviously, let God use you. If they don't like it, sometimes you have to love people from a distance. But, you know, you have to fulfill your assignment. You got to be obedient, and I have to be obedient as well. Some people probably don't like it. They don't like my relationship with God. They may not want to kill me, but they don't want me to serve Jehovah, and I will continue to serve Jehovah whether they like it or not. That's why I have to keep certain people at a distance, because I know they don't mean me no well. Family or not, it doesn't matter. But I hope this helps somebody out there. I had recorded a video prior to this one, and it was I had so much on there. I don't know if I missed anything, and then I had to record it again because it didn't allow me to do it. So hopefully it works this time, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for tuning in, and peace out.